Arizona Motorcycle Permit Practice Test 3.
Question 1. Your motorcycle chain should be checked
At the start of each season. Before every ride. Once a month. Once a week.
Answer.
Once a week.
Question 2. What does the left-hand lever control?
The gear shifter. The clutch. The rear brake. The front brake.
Answer.
The clutch.
Question 3. Motorcycles must be cautious when approaching an intersection because they are smaller and therefore
are much faster than cars. Appear further away. Appear closer than they are. Drive much slower than cars.
Answer.
Appear further away.
Question 4. When conducting the evaluate step of the C procedure, what are you looking for?
All these answers are correct. Traffic markings and signals. Road conditions that could be hazardous. Vehicles that may move into your path.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 5. When pulling off to the side of the road, you must check to see
that the surface is firm enough to ride on. That it is a well-lit area. That it is a designated area. That your brakes are working.
Answer.
That the surface is firm enough to ride on.
Question 6. What does the SIP driver judgment acronym stand for?
Scan, identify, predict, decide, execute. Scan, identify, proceed, direct, execute. See, identify, predict, decides, examine. See, identify, proceed, direct, examine.
Answer.
Scan, identify, predict, decide, execute.
Question 7. How can you prevent yourself from using too much throttle?
Keep the clutch pulled in. Start with your wrist raised. Only ride in lower gears. Start with your right wrist flat.
Answer.
Start with your right wrist flat.
Question 8. Passengers should keep their feet on the footrests
at all times while the motorcycle is moving, unless footrests are not present, unless riding over a slippery surface.
Answer.
At all times.
Question 9. When approaching an intersection where a vehicle may cross your path,
always yield to vehicles approaching the intersection. Come to a complete stop even if you have the right of way. Cover the clutch and brake to reduce your reaction time. Beep your horn to warn other drivers.
Answer.
Cover the clutch and brake to reduce your reaction time.
Question 10. If you believe that your motorcycle has not triggered a light sensor while stopped at a traffic light, when can you proceed?
When it is safe to do so. After waiting 120 seconds. After waiting 2 light cycles. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 11. What is a good strategy for seeing bumps on a road at night?
Use your low beam headlight. Stay in low gears. Watch the tail lights of the car ahead of you. Wear reflective clothing.
Answer.
Watch the tail lights of the car ahead of you.
Question 12. Intersections are especially dangerous to motorcycles because
motorcycles are not permitted to cross intersections. They do not have to obey traffic lights. Other vehicles often did not see you approaching. They are slower than other vehicles.
Answer.
Other vehicles often did not see you approaching.
Question 13. A common factor in motorcycle collisions.
Traffic signals are not being seen as. Seasonal changes are. Bad drivers are.
Answer.
Not being seen as.
Question 14. What is the safest braking method?
Alternating between using the front brake and the rear brake. Using only the rear brake. Using only the front brake. Using both front and rear brakes at the same time.
Answer.
Using both front and rear brakes at the same time.
Question 15. How can you increase your chances of being seen?
Wear bright clothing. All these answers are correct. Choose the best lane position. Use your headlight.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 16. In locations where there is oil and grease buildup, the best lane position is
the center portion. The left or right part of the lane. Not important. In the blind spot.
Answer.
The left or right part of the lane.
Question 17. When riding at night, it is best to
not use your headlight. Stay close behind the car in front of you. Wear a tinted face shield. Ride slower than you would during the day.
Answer.
Ride slower than you would during the day.
Question 18. While riding your motorcycle in high-risk areas, you must cover to reduce the time you need to react.
The clutch and both brakes. Your head with a helmet. Your whole travel lane. Your eyes with goggles.
Answer.
The clutch and both brakes.
Question 19. If a vehicle enters your path, you should
flash the brake light. Move away from vehicle. Tailgate the vehicle. Beep your horn.
Answer.
Move away from vehicle.
Question 20. When preparing to pass another vehicle, you should begin your pass from lane position.
The center. The left. The middle. Any.
Answer.
The left.
Question 21. Choose the answer that applies best to carrying passengers.
Passengers should put their feet down at stops. Passengers should sit as far back as possible. Passengers should avoid holding onto the driver. Passengers should keep their feet on the pegs at all times.
Answer.
Passengers should keep their feet on the pegs at all times.
Question 22. Motorcycles are not permitted to operate abreast in a single lane.
2, 3, 4. Any of the above.
Answer.
Any of the above.
Question 23. The most likely place for a collision is
A school zone. A multi-lane highway. A residential area. An intersection.
Answer.
An intersection.
Question 24. Is prohibited when riding downhill.
Increasing your speed. Coasting in neutral gear. Shifting gears. Slowing down.
Answer.
Coasting in neutral gear.
Question 25. The safest formation when riding in a group is
The staggered formation. In pairs. Single file. The V formation.
Answer.
The staggered formation.
Question 26. Motorcycle cargo should not be secured with
Elastic cords. Rope. Tank bags. Saddlebags.
Answer.
Rope.
Question 27. The lane positions available to a motorcycle are
Left, center, and right. Left and right. Position 1, 2, 3, and 4. Center only, there is only one lane position.
Answer.
Left, center, and right.
Question 28. Which lane position should you ride in to increase your line of sight?
The right. The center. The left. Any lane position.
Answer.
The left.
Question 29. When driving through a turn, your lane position should
Stay as close to the end of the road as possible. Stay as close to the center line as possible. Be in the center of the lane. Change to give you the best view.
Answer.
Change to give you the best view.
Question 30. When should a passenger get on the motorcycle?
Before the engine has been started. Before the motorcycle is taken off the stand. Before the driver. After the engine has been started.
Answer.
After the engine has been started.
Question 31. To maintain a safe riding distance on the road, you should look forward, ahead of your travel path.
40 seconds. 25 seconds. 12 seconds. 60 seconds.
Answer.
12 seconds.
Question 32. What does the right foot pedal control?
The clutch. The gear shifter. The rear brake. The front brake.
Answer.
The rear brake.
Question 33. Can a motorcycle ride in a HOV lane?
Yes, at all times. During designated time periods only. Only if carrying a passenger. Yes, if riding with another motorcycle.
Answer.
Yes, at all times.
Question 34. Tinted eye protection
Is mandatory for drivers only. Is mandatory during the day. Should not be worn at night. Should be worn at all times.
Answer.
Should not be worn at night.
Question 35. When riding in a group members should communicate by
Making eye contact. Riding in pairs. Changing lane positions. Using hand signals.
Answer.
Using hand signals.
Question 36. Maximum straight line braking is achieved by
Applying both brakes without locking wheels. Use the front brake only. Pull in the clutch. Apply both brakes until the wheels lock.
Answer.
Applying both brakes without locking wheels.
Question 37. When riding with a passenger, how should you adjust your control of the motorcycle?
Only ride in the center lane position. Ride faster. Ride slower. Only ride in the left lane position.
Answer.
Ride slower.
Question 38. When starting your motorcycle, your right wrist should be positioned
Low down, to increase control. In the most comfortable position. High, to use the throttle the most. Flat, so you won't use too much throttle.
Answer.
Flat, so you won't use too much throttle.
Question 39. When driving beside parked cars, why is it important to maintain a left lane position?
Motorcycles should always ride in the left lane position. The center lane position is too slippery. You may avoid problems from doors opening. You are more likely to hit a car in the right lane position.
Answer.
You may avoid problems from doors opening.
Question 40. In order to swerve properly, you must
Brake before or after swerving. Brake before swerving. Brake while swerving. Brake after swerving.
Answer.
Brake before or after swerving.
Question 41. Because motorcycles accelerate faster than other vehicles on the road, you must
make eye contact with other drivers. Flash your headlights when accelerating. Be careful not to run into the vehicle in front of you. Leave a larger space cushion.
Answer.
Be careful not to run into the vehicle in front of you.
Question 42. In which of these scenarios is it the least important to check your mirrors?
When beginning to slow down. When stopped at an intersection. When descending a large hill. Before you change lanes.
Answer.
When descending a large hill.
Question 43. Accelerating in a curve.
Should be done only in small curves. Helps stabilize the motorcycle. Is for experienced riders only. Should not be done.
Answer.
Helps stabilize the motorcycle.
Question 44. If you are riding in a staggered formation, you should switch to riding in pairs when
turning sharp corners. Riding at night. Approaching intersections. Motorcycles should never ride in pairs.
Answer.
Motorcycles should never ride in pairs.
Question 45. The brake is the most important because it
front is the emergency brake. Rear provides 70% of the braking power. Rear is the emergency brake. Front provides 70% of the braking power.
Answer.
Front provides 70% of the braking power.
Question 46. When parked at the roadside, you should park at a degree angle with your tire touching the curb.
90, front. 45, front. 90, rear. 45, rear.
Answer.
90, rear.
Question 47. How can you protect yourself from injury during a collision?
Roll away from the motorcycle. Try to jump off the bike before hitting the ground. Wear protective motorcycle clothes and gear. Try to land with your arms first.
Answer.
Wear protective motorcycle clothes and gear.
Question 48. If your motorcycle begins to wobble, the best course of action is to
grip the handlebars tightly and fight the wobble. Apply the brakes quickly. Accelerate out of the wobble. Close the throttle gradually.
Answer.
Close the throttle gradually.
Question 49. Wearing a face shield on a motorcycle
is legally required by all riders. Is only required by riders under the age of 18. Is the best form of face and eye protection. Is not as effective as wearing goggles.
Answer.
is the best form of face and eye protection?
Question 50. Using is the best way to fasten cargo to a motorcycle.
Strong rope. The sissy bar. Elastic cords. Strips of cloth.
Answer.
Elastic cords. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.